As y'all know, my man's Chris Paul. Shout out to Chris Paul. He was sent home by the Clippers. This video is about what ultimately caused the rift between him and Kawhi and him and the coaching staff that made them let him go. As you can see, niggas not too happy about Kawhi. Barry Allen said Kawhi op now, so let's just see what's going on.
About 2 weeks ago against the Cavaliers, Chris Paul was not happy with Kawhi's lack of urgency on defense. As reported by Shams on Wednesday, Paul was sent home by the Clippers because his leadership style clashed with the team. He had been vocal in holding management, coaches.
If y'all don't know, Chris Paul has always been a vocal player. They do say Chris Paul is not the easiest player to get along with. That is true. But at the end of the day, he just wants to win, bro. And I feel like the Clippers don't want to win.
Players accountable, which the team felt became disruptive. And this game might show what the fuss is all about. In the fourth quarter, the Clippers were down 13 and needed a spark. But with rookie Kobe Sanders matched up on Donovan Mitchell, Mitchell runs a pick and roll with Mobley, and he's able to throw it up to him. Then after a miss, Mitchell has Sanders on him again and is easily able to step into the step back three to push the lead up to 18, leading to a Clippers timeout.
Damn.
Right out of the timeout, Paul decided to take the challenge of guarding Mitchell. Now this of course is weird, considering that
Now Chris Paul, I fucks with you. I really do fuck with you, bro. But Chris Paul, you are too old to be guarding Donovan Mitchell. You not that quick no more, G. I get it. That nigga Sanders was getting cooked, but come on, Chris. Let's see how this goes, though. Hold on. Maybe he got some shit left in him, bro. He got some defensive slides left in him.
Oh, especially when you have better defenders like Kawhi Leonard or Nicholas Batum on the floor. But it was a chance to try and take things into his own hands.
Okay.
And he does a good job fighting over this ball screen.
Okay, stayed with him.
Which forces someone else to then try and make a play.
Brick. All right, Chris.
Next possession, he does a good job holding his ground initially.
Nice.
But Paul tries to swipe at Mobley, and he's too slow to recover to Mitchell, who drives and throws it up to Mobley again.
Damn.
Now, despite that defensive mishap, Paul had been a spark on the offensive end. And this one's a classic, faking the dribble handoff to Kawhi.
Okay. And then get to the hoop and lay that head. Bro, look at Chubbs, bro. He damn near 40, bro. Let him cook.
And then driving to the rim to cut the lead to 14. And here's where the fun begins. With everyone getting back on defense, Garland then tells Nance the reason is Garland wants the ball to keep rolling as a stall tactic. Knows how the game clock continues to move, but the shot clock is still at 24 seconds. Now, Chris Paul noticed that, and you can hear him say,
389.
But Kawhi Leonard just lets Garland roll it all the way up.
Oh, that's Kawhi's man. Kawhi, why you let him time waste? You gave up the game already, bro? That's nasty work.
To the front court, and by the time he picks it up, the Cavs were able to trim.
If y'all don't see, he letting the ball roll. If y'all don't see,
down 16 seconds of game time. It also doesn't.
Oh my God, Kawhi, nigga, he drained 16 seconds off the clock, bro.
Help that as Garland drives into the paint, he's able to kick it out to Jalen Tyson.
That's Kawhi's man too. Oh my God.
To make it a 17-point
What's good,
game.
MJ?
So from start to finish, the Cavs were able to waste over 30 seconds of game clock and also get a bucket to extend that lead. On the next possession, after Zoo makes the free throw, Kawhi starts trotting back again until someone tells him to get up.
Kawhi, get your head in the game, bro. What you mean you trying back? They gonna do the same shit, Kawhi.
Now the only reason he's lucky here is that after a dead ball like a free throw, the clock doesn't start until Garland.
Maybe that boy tired. That nigga don't even play half the time, bro. How he tired? That nigga don't even play.
Actually touches it. So
that tree check landed, he don't give a fuck.
Even though there's still a decent amount of space to let it roll, he just picks it up when he realizes the clock won't move. But then just 30 seconds later, after Kawhi knocks down the three,
all right, Kawhi,
every Clipper runs back again, so Garland just lets the ball roll again.
Nigga.
Kawhi is slow to get up again, and as the camera pans back to the game view, Chris Paul ran all the way to the backcourt to make sure Garland picked it up, and Kawhi's not even in this shot.
Damn.
And you'll see that he was eventually way behind the play. So, once it got to a dead ball, Chris Paul finally goes up to Kawhi and is like, hey man, you gotta get up, dude.
That makes sense, rightfully so.
Cavs are wasting way too much time. And on the next possession, after Zubac makes his free throw to push it down to 11, Kawhi finally gets up to Garland.
Hey, shout out Chris Paul. Keep holding niggas accountable, bro. Now he up. Even Harden up with him.
So that they can't waste any clock.
Good.
Then just yesterday, Chris Haynes reported that Chris Paul had made a suggestion about switching Kawhi off of Klay Thompson in a game against the Mavericks. On this one, Klay comes off the screen, and Kawhi had a lot of trouble navigating.
Oh, damn. This nigga Kawhi can't run no more, bro. Nah, it's cooked. It's cooked, bro. Like, this nigga, he didn't even try navigating that screen. Look at this. Look at how he comes off
Klay comes off the screen,
bro.
and Kawhi had a lot of trouble.
Nigga, where are you going, bro? Why are you hugging him? You supposed to be guarding Klay, bro. Klay can only do one thing at this point in his career, and that's catch and shoot. As long as you just get there before he's able to shoot the ball, you good.
Navigating that screen.
Oh my god.
So Paul asked Kawhi in the huddle if he preferred to switch off of him. And apparently, Jeff Van Gundy did not like that Paul had even made that suggestion. This is a...
What? He can't ask him like, yo, bro, maybe your knees cooked today. Maybe we could switch you off so that you can focus on offense and you don't have to chase Klay around screens. I feel like that makes sense. Why the fuck Jeff Van Gundy getting so mad?
Microcosm of what's been going on in LA. The Clippers, despite being a veteran group, have been lacking energy and effort. Kawhi Leonard has not been the most engaged with the simple things, but it's not just
Kawhi
him either. In that game against Miami before Paul got canned, the Clippers had a lot of trouble grabbing defense.
Now Harden actually he check collecting, but he actually trying though. He's the only reason why that team has 5 wins. If you look at that shit, that nigga Harden is the only reason why. He was 8 of 11. I'm saying though, Shaq, you got to play defense though. Like he just walking around.
Rebounds. On this one, after the Heat take a 3, the ball's batted around and Harden's right there to grab it, but he's too slow to the ball.
Do you guys know? Harden is the reason why they lost that one playoff game where Aaron Gordon tipped it in last year is because...
And then just 2 minutes later, as Fontecchio's taking the 3, Harden's just standing there and Bam's...
That's exactly what Aaron Gordon did, except he tipped it in and they lost the game. Because Harden just stands around, he doesn't actually go for rebounds. Harden has that he has that issue. He doesn't go for rebounds, bro. He does not.
Snatches the ball over him. That then gets kicked out for another 3. And this was in part of a 30-2 run by the Miami Heat.
No, but the thing is, Shaq, he didn't even box out. You got to find your man and box out. He doesn't do that. He just stands around and looks at the ball, bro. He doesn't even run to where the ball is going. He doesn't care. That's the issue.
That ended up blowing this game wide open. So, we don't know what Paul may have said behind the scenes that may have triggered his sudden departure, but what we do know is that the Clippers are not engaged throughout the whole game.
Nigga said, I told you Harden quit years ago. That boy like clubs and hanging with rappers. He does like that shit. I can't say he quit years ago because he was still getting a good production. But the thing about Harden is he gets lackadaisical though. I will say that. He gets lackadaisical on the court. There's no denying that. He does. And it looks like Kawhi, I think Kawhi quit. Because Kawhi, he should be way better than he actually is.
Which is why they're 6-16 to start the year with no light at the
40-year-old CP3 giving more effort to the game than Kawhi has in the last 2 years. That's what I'm saying. That's the issue, bro.
End of the tunnel. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please feel free to like and subscribe.
Damn.
You can support me on these platforms. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hey, man. What I will say is, shout out to CP3. You know, if your career has come to an end because of this bullshit, bro, I appreciate everything you did for the game. And shout out to you, you know what I'm saying, for inspiring a generation of point guards. Shout out to CP3. You gotta give that man his flowers, bro. Chris Paul need to go to Turkey and get that procedure. I think it's cooked, Unc. If you see the back of his head, he don't have much hair to work with to put in the front of his head. I ain't gonna lie, Unc. That nigga don't have that much hair to work with no more. It's shit funny, bro. Nigga said, come to the Pistons, tell Cade to stop turning the ball over. Low-key, he could help Cade, but I don't know if he wants to do that. Like he helped Shea, but I don't know if he wants to do that, though.